Welcome to Piggyback Travels.
Hello.
This is our Romance versus Reality series, and today we're going to be talking about Malta and what you might have expected when you got there, and what was reality when you did get there.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed. Malta
No.
has tons of stuff to offer. I mean, you look at the blue skies, the blue water is incredible. The mountains, the Roman baths,
The
the history is
history,
crazy
the
history.
mystery. There is mystery there because there are these tracks in the rocks there that look like carts.
Nobody knows what they are.
They don't know who did them, why they did them. So there's a mystery. There's caves there. You can go old beehives, ancient beehives there from the ancient Roman road, and you can go inside, and it's really
These are
interesting.
hundreds of years old.
Yes, thousands actually.
There are places that date back to 500 BC or 5000 BC,
Mm-hmm.
which is some of
The
the
ruins,
oldest known monolithic structures in the
right?
world.
Temples and stuff. The
Yeah.
ruins from that.
Um,
Yeah, it's real exciting to when one of the things that I did not expect when we went to Malta was all the history we saw. Uh, I just didn't realize how many empires had ruled in Malta. They've changed rulerships, I mean, so many times over the thousands of years that they've been in existence. They are now their own country. They
I
have
think
their own language.
as of I think 50 years
I think it
ago
was
or
70.
70 years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, they're no longer under British rule. There are a lot of British accents,
Yeah, the red phone booths.
the phone booth, the mailboxes, the funny mailboxes. They do drive on the
The
wrong side of the street,
the left side of the street.
and also the driver's side on their cars on
The left
the left
side.
side as well. So it makes it like double jeopardy for,
It,
say, Americans.
it makes it where we didn't drive when we were there, which brings us to the subject of transportation. You don't have to drive there. They do have a good bus system that you can get anywhere in the island on their buses. It's actually better than driving because driving, like we just said, is on the wrong side, but also the streets are very narrow because they were initially made for horse and carriage,
Yeah,
and so they're
extremely narrow
narrow. And the
streets.
parking situation, it is a small island, so it is populated, so there's a lot of times hard to find parking. So these are some of the reasons why we took the bus. They do have special passes. You can get 12 trips for a certain
And you get a
price.
month-long pass, or
Yeah, they have all these different options, and it makes it really nice for tourists. And so one of the things that you we definitely want to recommend that you do when you go there, definitely see all the historic sites,
yeah,
like the city of Medina. That's their first capital city, and they call it the Silent City. But you can get tours on horse and carriage, or you can walk through the city. It's just gorgeous. Coming when you're driving up to it, I mean, you can see it from miles away up on the hill. It's like the highest point in Malta, right?
yeah. You can
And
see it from all a lot of different points, and you can see from it. You can see the ocean. You can see the ocean all the way around.
it's gorgeous. And so we definitely recommend do that. And there's also the current capital city of Valletta, which is,
Beautiful city.
yeah, it's breathtaking. There's so many things to see and do there, and the views are just gorgeous. And you can also walk down to the waterfront by the Grand Harbor, and you can catch a little boat. Um, I think they're handmade wood
Yeah, they're almost
boats.
like gondolas. They have a little a captain that runs it, and they take about four to six passengers on. It costs Euro 5.
Hmm.
Um,
And you can get a ride across the Grand Harbor to the what they call the three cities, and that's like a full day trip right there. And you would there's a train that'll take you around the three cities. You can catch it. We didn't get it. We missed that one, but we did walk around. We went twice, so we got to see plenty. But one of the three cities is where they filmed the movie Gladiator. Russell Crowe, I think, starred in that. And so it's a lot to see. They're all fortresses, and the cities themselves are just gorgeous, just so interesting, something that you never expected to see. I think Malta for me was uh, just a big surprise. What all? I mean, there's so much to do. There's so much to do and see there.
The beaches, they have probably five or six main beaches, but you can always find a beach if you just go, if you feel like hiking. There's secluded beach, there's public beaches, there's sandy beaches, there's rocky beaches, and the water's beautiful. You swim for swimming, for snorkeling, for scuba diving, and it's so clear and clean. It's a great experience to go swimming in the Mediterranean Sea.
And one of the places we recommend is the little city of Marskalox, which is it's a fisherman's town, and you can go on Sunday mornings early, and they have a fisherman's market. You can get the fresh catch of the day, and then also catch one of their little boats over to St. Peter's Pool, and that's cliff diving there. And you can, that boat will drop you off and then come back in an hour or two and pick you up and take you back to Marskalox. That's real exciting, and it's really fun to go to St. Peter's Pool. It's beautiful.
It is. St. Peter's Pool was good, although you didn't go in the water when you were there.
I did, but I didn't dive.
And it's not overrun with tourists or people.
It's one of those secluded
places. It's a good little hike to get down. So you have to really want to get there.
That's why you go by the boat.
Yeah,
remember,
if you go,
instead go by the boat instead of hiking.
Yeah, if you were going to drive.
Marskalox.
There's a little bar at the top of the hill before you can go down. They take only cash, by the way.
Right. Keep cash on you.
As far as the driving, I would recommend not renting a car while you're there. Maybe a car for a day trip here and there, but really take the public transportation. It cuts back on the road congestion, stuff like that. And you'll see a lot more if you're not busy driving. You'll see a lot more
because
things.
The driving can be a little stressful because it is a populated island, and that's why we recommend taking the buses. It's not expensive at all, and you can get anywhere. And there's so much to do. I mean, you can take the ferry over to the other island of Gozo. They have beautiful beaches there. They have a beautiful, I think it's their capital city of Victoria, has a beautiful place called the Citadel, and that was
really pretty,
very historic. They have beautiful churches everywhere you go in Malta. The city streets are just interesting to walk up and down, and there's good places to hike there. We can't go into everything in 10 minutes, but we can kind of cover a few hiking areas. One of the places that I really enjoyed was over by Maliha, and the Red Tower. You can go from the Red Tower to the end of the cliff.
Yeah, you took that hike. I didn't go on that one. Yeah,
Marfa Ridge. Well, you'll see some beautiful cliffs. There's Dingley Cliffs. Marfa Ridge, you can see some beautiful scene. You can even see Goza from there. This is on the island of Malta, back on the island of Malta. There's just a lot of hidden gems there. One of the major beaches, two of the major beaches that we definitely recommend to go is Guantufia, which is also called Golden Sand Bay, and the Riviera, which is right next door.
Two beautiful beaches.
And there's lookout towers all over the island.
Yeah, there's like 14 of them on the island of Malta.
And if you get to those, you can usually get a really good view from there of the water and the island, and just a lot of good pictures you can get.
Lots of photo ops, that's for sure.
But the other hike that I recommend is Silmoon Bay. By the way, they do have their own language there, so some of the words are hard to pronounce. Although everybody there speaks English, at least 90% of everybody speaks English, so it's not a worry. But sometimes it's hard to pronounce some of the places that you're wanting to go to. But one of the hikes I do recommend is the Silmoon Bay. There's a Selmoon Palace up there, which is vacant right now, but it used to be like a hunting lodge for the
Sultans
the
or
knights or
something.
something
Yeah.
when they were ruling there. And you can hike down to the Selmoon Bay, which is a rocky beach, but it's secluded. And then all along the coast, you can walk over to Mistra Bay, which is a beautiful sandstone beach. I mean, it's breathtaking. That was probably my favorite hike the whole time I was there. But there's so much to do. I wish we could tell you.
Definitely. Maybe
We
there'll
may
be
do a part two.
a part two. Yeah.
We have to do another part two of Sweden as well. But until next time,
Subscribe.
ciao.
Ciao
And
for now.
follow us if you want to. And have a good day. Ciao, ciao.